What's up, my little frothlings? I wanted to get a quick video in here today because there's been some chatter already about day one, trophy one of the Disc Golf Pro Tour. If you haven't seen Anthony, shouldn't be a spoiler. Joe Mez is already out, but we had some winners, and I'm just gonna pull up what they ended up winning as the trophy because I think I have a solution that could help the trophy situation. This is just one dude's silly little opinion, but I think if implemented, it could be done pretty well and actually help maybe like slightly legitimize our sport just through some extra media. But if we just take a quick look at what Evelina won, which there might be a reason why this is the first picture in general over the next picture. Evelina won the FPO, and this is the trophy. Who's texting me? Oh, it's not engraved or anything. I hope that they're about to get this engraved because you have Anthony Barella, who also won the better AB, obviously, taking it down. Massive congrats to him. No better winners, honestly, for the first event of the year. Evelina has been knocking on the door, finally puts it together. AB, able to put it together. He has kind of the lighter wood on the outside and the darker wood in the middle, whereas Evelina's is the darker wood on the outside. I'm hoping that those are about to be engraved that say like Anthony Barella, MPO Champion, chess.com. I honestly don't know why they didn't just like leave the space for his name unengraved. Maybe it's going to be more expensive to do it twice, but frankly, the reputational damage that trophy probably is doing because it looks a little silly not being engraved. I don't quite understand, especially when I can see like, hey, going to the same guy and ask him to do it twice maybe will cost a little bit more. But if it's the same guy, you can work that all into one contract where it's like, okay, you're going to engrave it now, and then after the winner, you're going to engrave the second part, hopefully engrave it, and then like put some sort of like epoxy inside of it that's colored, which would make it really pop out, and that way you can still play chess on it. That'd be incredible. And to be honest with you, I kind of like the semi-gimmicky trophies that we have in our sport of disc golf. However, I don't like them as like the sole thing. And I was out at dinner last night talking with some people, and I really think that one of the potential solutions for this, let me know if this is insane or if you have better ideas in the comments, is to keep having those trophies. Whatever the tournament wants to do, have that trophy. But the Disc Golf Pro Tour continues to standardize more and more things, and I think they should standardize a trophy. I think that there should be a standard trophy for a DGPT event, and then a standard trophy for a DGPT Plus event. That would be another way of adding a little bit of extra prestige to those tournaments because there's still some question as to how they're differentiated. I know they are 4 rounds instead of 3. There's additional added cash. There's a cut line. But just having a slightly different trophy that's standard for all the DGPT Plus events, you could have that. And then you could have one trophy that's standard for the majors, or if we do finalize these 5 majors, essentially, USW, DGC, USDGC, Champions Cup, Worlds, and European Open, if we finalize these 5, they can each have their own individual trophies that all of them are kind of this big, nothing crazy, maybe even bigger, like this big, but standard, typical looking trophies. Because some of the most iconic pictures in sports are when you search up something about like, oh, how great is Messi? And you're able to just pull something up that looks like this, where it's just kind of a trophy room with a bunch of trophies that are standardized. So you know, oh, he won 5 of these, and he won 12 of these, and he won 4 of these, and he has this fancy one and this special one. We don't have anything like that in disc golf. And like, to be completely honest with you, the whole meme about like trophies looking like stuff that you can just find in your garage, they kind of just do. And so if you're like, oh, pose with all your trophies at the end of the year, I don't know if it's even going to look like a good photo. And so that's where it comes into the like legitimizing the sport kind of narratives. Because imagine if last year Kristen wins like 11 events. She wins a couple silvers, and those have their own trophy, and then some elite series which are going to be bigger, and then each of the major ones which are the biggest size-wise and each individualized. And then she's just able to have this picture with all these trophies that are a generally standardized size but slightly different design that is agreed on by a committee that like looks good, that is going to be standard for the next 20 years. And you just see this photo of Kristen surrounded by all these trophies instead of all these like random tchotchke items. I don't think that we need to really like do away with those, but I think that should be in addition. Like that can be a cool secondary thing. And that way too, the Pro Tour can provide all these trophies. All they have to do is have the trophy and then have an engraving for it. This is the tournament MPO winner. This is the tournament FPO winner. And they can even have those engraved with the winners' names after it's all said and done. But having something that is standardized so that if AB goes out and wins 2 more elite events this year and 1 elite plus, then he's able to pose at the end of this, not with a chessboard and a wheel and some sort of pottery and maybe like a check. I don't know what he's going to get, but instead he's able to pose with 3 standard trophies. So you know, oh, he won 3 of this very prestigious event in our sport, and then 1 of these, which is even more prestigious, and you're able to see that and you're able to know. I'm not sure if this makes any sense. I don't think I have any sway to like make this happen, but I think that just like those pictures would be iconic to be able to like go into Paul's trophy room and just see tons of the same trophy over and over again with all of his other ones that he likes, that he ends up keeping. And he's able to just have all these trophies, and it's just like this year and this year and this year. And maybe you change like one band of the color per year or something. And like that way there's a change between, oh, this is what he won this year. This is what he won this year. This is what he won this year. But everything is generally standardized so that when you win again and again and again, you're like collecting these trophies. And I think collection is a big aspect of our sport as it is. People like to collect discs. I mean, look at that. Oh, I finally got one of every trophy. I got the Elite Trophy. I got the Elite Plus. I got the DGPT. I got the DGPT Plus. I got the Major Trophy. I got all three of these, or one of the major trophies and these other two. I just think it would be helpful for not kind of like lessening a win when you see them bring out the trophy and you're like, oh, again. People are going to talk about this. This doesn't look good. Instead, you bring out the trophy and you bring out the fun item. And then that item becomes so much more fun because it is representative of the event. It is representative of chess.com, whether it's engraved or not. You get a chessboard for winning. That's pretty cool. But you also get the DGPT winner trophy. Like, I feel like that standardization will help people not care about these extra things. And it'll actually help, like, there was the argument a lot last year. I think Brody let's like steamroll in this, but about how the trophies can either like be neutral, add, or detract from a win. And sometimes when you see something like this, and this is the only trophy you get, and you're like, I can just go buy one of these. And yeah, you probably got a fancy homemade one. Like I can go buy one of those on Etsy, right? Let me see how much a homemade chessboard is that's that size. If I find this actual board, we're gonna have some problems. Also, like, could have done one of these. Like that would have been sick. That's like $80. That's sick though. Like the live oak, the live wood. That would be great. But you just pull out this generic thing and you're like, shoot. It somewhat detracts from the event instead of having something where no matter what, you're getting this thing, which those trophies, they might not start out the most beloved, but if they are simple and they are like metal or glass, some sort of blown glass, and it is something that is just known, this is what you get for winning, that will become more and more prestigious. Because you'll see someone have those, you'll be like, oh my gosh, he won a DGPT event. Instead of like, oh, he's got like, literally, I was out to dinner with Eagle. He won the silver event last year, and it's a spatula holder, the piece of pottery. Like, that's cool that you can have that, and that can be a memory, but also put a trophy, like, give them a trophy to put in their trophy cabinet, like an actual trophy. Like I think that should become more standard. And then that thing that he got, that piece of pottery that the TD's wife made, which is really cool and like beautiful and interesting. Like those things that they're able to do will add, because you get this prestigious thing that you love, that you're fighting for, that you want as a trophy to commemorate this, and it's standardized, and you get that. And then on top of that, you also get this other thing that's representative of this event. It also will put less pressure on the TDs for figuring out these trophies. Like, why is this not standardized through the DGPT? And they bring those two trophies. And then if you have these trophies, honestly, they're probably hiding these chessboards away because they don't want anybody to see that this is the trophy and talk about it. But if you standardize trophies and they are known and become prestigious because of what they actually mean, because they're standardized and because you get them every time a DGPT event happens, people don't have to like them the first couple of times. They might, and if they can, awesome. But it might take a little bit for them to kind of learn what they're about. That's just kind of what happens. But then you can have those trophies in press conferences, or you can have those trophies like somewhere displayed, and people know that they're fighting for this elite trophy. And then it gets to Waco, which is happening next week, a DGPT Plus event. You're like, oh, this is the Plus trophy now. I just feel like it would add a little bit of extra prestige. It could add a little bit of extra professionalism. You could still do all of these really cool, unique things that we do in our sport, but those are more like mementos and tokens and like winner gifts, like prizes for winning on top of a trophy. And I think having that is incredible, but we need to have a standardized trophy. I think I would love to see, if this is something that's been happening for the last 10 years, I want to go and see Paul's trophy cabinet. I feel like people would feel more honored by that who are actually winning the events. I feel like they would display that with more pride because it's standard. Like Drew's trophy, when I was at his house, it's fallen apart from when he won Vegas. Like there should just be a standard thing, and it says Vegas winner, but everyone knows that when they see this shape in this trophy, it is a winner of a DGPT event or of one of the other ones. If you like this idea, share it with somebody. I don't know, get traction. I just think that this could really help the sport in some way. Maybe it's stupid, but I don't know. I had the idea, and everyone that I was eating with liked it. So that's that. Thanks for watching. Frothlings. Bye. Putter Wars coming up main channel later today. Bye.